Hello. This is Hope Castle Rock, and I am on a journey right now. And here's here's kind of where I'm at right in this moment. I just was on my rowing machine behind me, and um, I was thinking, which I do often, anyway. Like I like to think, and who doesn't, right? But anyway, so I was thinking about my body and how willing I am to be present in my body. And I think that's really been a very big contributing factor to, I don't want to necessarily say my weight gain, but not being willing to be present. I've experienced quite a bit of interesting situations in my life, and those situations made me not want to be here and not be present. And I kind of made a demand of the universe to assist me in my journey. I think within the last year and a half, something like that. And the way that I was living, I knew wasn't working for me very well. The I apologize. I have a brain injury and I lose track of things pretty easily. So, um, say hello, kitty. Hello, kitty. Um, I'm not editing this. I'm not editing this. I'm leaving it the way that it is. So, day 2 of working out, and I found one of my classmates in my massage therapy program moved here to go to school from Japan, and he was sharing with me some various people that he's aware of that aren't really readily known in the U.S. So, 2 of those people that he shared with me, one of them his name is Kit Laughlin. He has a YouTube channel here, and Ido Portal, which is IDO PORTAL, like portal. And so I've been trying. I have a hip injury, right? So I've been trying to really figure out like ways I can move that will help me feel better, because my muscles and everything get really stiff. Just to kind of backtrack a little bit, in mid-October, and I'm going to backtrack even more than mid-October actually, because like back in August in the massage school that I'm attending, we were working in the hip area and lower back and stuff, and my muscles started getting really irritated, and the work that I was doing with the trading body processes with the or body protocols, I should call it, with my classmates, I just wasn't really getting better. It was still sore and irritated. It just woke up the muscle work that we were doing woke up some muscles in my back that had been not awake for a while, I guess. And so I started thinking maybe it was a structural thing. So I went to a new chiropractor, and he didn't take x-rays, he just adjusted me. But I ended up in the hospital, and I couldn't move, like my leg. The pain was too great. I collapsed in my daughter's school parking lot and was taken to the hospital, and the doctors didn't really know what was going on, but I knew I couldn't straighten my leg out, and movement was painful, whether it was my movement or assisted movement with like the nurses and stuff at the hospital. And so they didn't really know what to do with me, and they were kind of scratching their heads. And so, you know, one of the classmate that moved here from Japan, he was working with me, and we were able to get me to a point that I wasn't in agony anymore, but I still have pain every time I move, no matter which way I move. So October is when the chiropractic adjustment happened. So from October until now, just last week I saw a new chiropractor, and he took x-rays and was able to find that my L5 disc has, I think he said stage 1 degeneration or something like that. So when that other chiropractor adjusted me in October, he didn't know that I had this thing going on, so inadvertently pinched my sciatic nerve and misaligned me at the same time. And so I know that the stretches that I've been doing with my classmate that he's shared with me from Ito and Kit, they have really been helping me. So yesterday I was looking at Ito's website, or his YouTube channel here, and I found there's a squat clinic is what he calls it video. It's only like 2 minutes. It's just kind of like a very brief outline of what to do with this squat routine. So I've been working on that. And so this morning I'm on my rowing machine, and it's painful. Every movement I do is painful right now. And so, you know, I get to a point where it's not painful after a couple minutes of doing the same movement at the same speed and with the same amount of force, if you will. And so I have to change my position here. So, you know, every couple minutes I notice that the pain is a little different and it subsided some, so I'll increase my intensity, and that usually starts the pain up again. So I'm like, okay, am I properly aligned? Like, I'm very focused, and I was really paying attention to, you know, my body mechanics and how I feel as I'm rowing. And I guess that's like the most beautiful part of this injury, because otherwise I wouldn't really probably be in my body as much as I was just now a few minutes ago on my rowing machine. And so, you know, I have to be able, in order to move forward in my life, I don't know how you function, but for me, in order to move forward in my life, I have to be able to find the gratitude in every situation. And so, you know, even while I was writhing around in pain and miserable and drugged up on Valium or whatever it was that the doctor gave me back in October, I kept asking a question, or as many questions as I could, but some of them were, what's right about this that I'm not seeing? Like, where is the beauty in this? Like, how can I come out on the other side stronger? How can this help me develop my character? How can I grow from this? And, you know, I mean, I'm 33 years old now in this moment, and, you know, I'm kind of sad that I didn't see a lot of what I see now. And I understand some of that has to do with maturity and growing, you know, but it's just like, wow, I can see where I'm at now. And oh my gosh, like if I'd gotten there when I was 18 or 19 or 20 or 25, like how much more could I be right now at 33 if I had known these things then? I don't want to focus too much on like, oh, I've lost my youth, but like, you know, I'm able to recognize the powerful position that I am in at the moment, which is I'm waking up to who I am. And, you know, it's really cool. And I have to be able to see the beauty in where I am now and where I was then and where I'm going. Like I have to be able to keep growing. And in order to grow, you have to ask questions and you have to be grateful for each moment, even if it looks like shit, even if it feels like shit. If it's just blah all the time, or there's like there's nothing catapulting you in one direction or another, there's no growth anyway. So, yes, you can be content and happy, but in order to get there, you have to grow, and you have to be able to recognize when you're growing. And, it's like, I've told people a couple of different times, and I think I've heard this before too, that, when a butterfly becomes a butterfly, it probably doesn't feel good. I imagine it's a pretty painful thing for an insect to morph into the next stage of its life. It's not easy. It looks sometimes like it's easy. You see a caterpillar, it's growing, it's getting ready for the next stage in life, and then it builds a chrysalis, and then who knows what it's doing in the chrysalis. It's thinking, it's growing, it's integrating, it's changing. But then it comes out in a completely different form, completely different outlook on life. When it was a caterpillar, it was crawling around, it was stuck on these leaves, it couldn't fly. Now it can fly, like its whole life purpose has changed. And it's really a beautiful thing, and it's really, in order for us as individuals to grow and learn, we have to embrace the painful moments as well. And what better way to do that than in the painful moment? And, I'm growing, and most of my pain is on my right side. It feels like I've never had sciatic pain before, but it goes all the way down to my knee, and it's throbbing most of the time. And with movement, especially on the rowing machine, that pushing off with the feet on the platform of the rower, it's that pushing movement is not fun. And so, but I am grateful for each one of those moments when I was experiencing that pain, because it's like, how much more can I learn about my body right now? How much more can I learn about my body mechanics? How much stronger will I be in 2 or 5 years because I had this structural misalignment that I didn't know was there? I knew something was wrong, I just didn't know what. But now I know what, and now I can do something about it. And for that, I am very grateful. So, what are you grateful for today? I apologize for the long video. I'm working on trying to make sure I'm connected and focused on what I need to be connected and focused on in order to make a video. But tell me, what are you grateful for today? And what are you doing to grow and learn more about yourself today, or yesterday, or this week? Like, what kinds of awesome, fun questions can you can you ask to learn about yourself in this moment? And what can you be grateful for today? Bye-bye.